Hello friends, my name is Silent Laws. Pull up a chair, would you? Because today I'm going to introduce you into the lovely world of Tony Hawk's Underground 1 speedrunning. In this particular series, we're going to go through a level-by-level tutorial of the more popular category, Normal No Warp. Now when I say no warp, I'm not talking about some super technical warp to a different level or section, but more so just not using the view goals menu to transport yourself to different goals instantly. That's more for any percent. Yes, you heard right, in this category, it's the addictive crutch like hard drugs, and you're gonna do what mama told you to do for once. Stay away from the crack pipe, Billy! Play your skateboard games like a real man! In this series I will lay out several different routes varying in difficulty so you can see which best suits your playing style and ability. Also, if you're having problems with the setup of THUG1 for streaming, I recommend you check out my tutorial for that. That includes making THUG1 in windowed mode. Now, before we jump into the main purpose of this video being New Jersey, I wanted to make a couple suggestions for you fine folks at home that are watching this particular video. Firstly, start off with a clean save file of Tony Hawk's Underground 1. That means that you do not save after you beat Eric Sparrow in the final chapter of the game. Because if you do, next time you start up a run, it's going to take you to the alternate ending where you punch Eric, you don't do the goal, it takes you to the cutscene in Hawaii with Todd, it takes you to the credits, and you have to go out and go back in through the continue story mode and skate to Eric manually. Now, if you have a clean save file, it automatically takes you to Eric and it doesn't play all those things that I just mentioned, so it saves you a lot of time. You know, mostly just for your benefit to save time and what have you. And the second thing is just personal preference. You guys don't have to do it, but I just find it is more helpful. I usually equip an FS Shifty in place of the nose grab because the FS Shifty is really easy to pull off, it's really quick and efficient, and that has many uses throughout the story. Firstly, whenever you build up your special meter all the way, your character skates way quicker than when you don't. So, in combination with doing a boneless and a double tap grab a couple times, that builds up your special meter right away. Now, being that the FS Shifty is probably the fastest grab move to pull off, you can kind of put two and two together. I do a couple boneless double tap shifties, or the BS Shifty, and then that fills up my special meter, can skate to the goals real quick, and it allows you to do the nail a trick goals easier. Also, it can help you build up your spin stat all the way quicker than with any other grab. Basically, to completely max out your spin stat in normal, you have to do a 900 and you have to do 6 to 8 grabs. Now with the Shifty, that is a very easy task and you can just do that really quick in Moscow. So a couple recommendations for you guys, definitely consider it, and let us continue our tutorial. Today's video is dedicated to everyone's favorite reset hell, New Jersey, Chapter 1. New Jersey starts out with a goal where you're coming to the aid of your childhood friend Eric Sparrow. You climb across the rooftops and hope to put his board back together. Ideally, you're going to want to start with a small jump to the porch and then quickly jump to the first roof. While running to the second roof, you should get your finger on the right trigger ready and time it properly so you can get another jump in there. Sometimes you'll get a double jump upwards that puts you on the second roof. Now run like mad, man, run! After that, Eric makes you practice hurdles, and then when you get to the rail, you're going to want to boneless to propel yourself forwards, get off your board so it complies with the fact that you're supposed to be in walking mode when you caveman onto the rail, and quickly get back on your board all while in midair. This also helps you boost your special meter. Now when your special meter is full, you move a lot faster, so this is going to come into play with a lot of the goals that we're going to do. Now beeline it over to the Street Warriors goal, and so begins the most hated integration of THUG1, the goddamn cars. You take control of the coveted Street Warriors dream machine and run over cones. The hitboxes on this goal are more generous than probably any other goal in the game, so it leaves more room for crazy turning and fast maneuvering. Ideally, you're going to want to aim for a 45 being the average rate of completion, 46 is a really good time, and 44 to 43 is passable. As you head to the final checkpoint, you can even try out mashing for a frame-perfect dialogue box skip to pass over JT's departing message. Dialogue box skips are a recurring theme here in New Jersey. After initiation, hop onto the rail, jump off, and either boneless or jump the fence to make it over to the next goal quicker. Start off getting the 2 posters on the right, then get off your board or skate to the left and jump to the first pole for extra assurance because the hitboxes can be a little wonky. Don't let the Street Warriors goal fool you. Grind the rail, get off your board, and do a turn. Grind straight, and then once again quickly get off your board and get the last poster, and that should put you close to the turbo household. This next goal is the hardest part. Just sketch the dog. Literally just sketch the dog, that's all you have to do. Next up is Muska. Now there are multiple ways to approach this small combo, all of which complete this goal within 1 to 2 seconds of each other. No E pressure, no comply bonus, all up your multiplier by 1. Then do 3 flip tricks and string in the combo along with a manual and elastic twist. Chapter 2. After you blow Muska's mind, you now have to impress local New Jersey skaters. Grind the rail in front of you, turn, hop the fence, and talk to the next pedestrian. Once again, multiple ways to perform this goal. The old routes use the spine transfer as a combo starter and a couple air tricks. However, new routes include an unintended glitch called a butt slap to get over the pool quicker. If you don't know how to butt slap, that's perfectly fine. Now I know what some of you are thinking to yourself. What the hell is a butt slap? Well, a butt slap is an unintended glitch found by Tony Hawk players in which you can gain more distance or height on your jumps. Now, to perform a butt slap, I'm going to break it down for you guys into steps. Firstly, hold down the jump button to gain speed, and keep it held down even when you're rolling off, you know, the ledge or the kicker or, you know, any sort of section that ends. Hold it. Don't ollie before it or anything like that. Hold it and roll off. Next, do either a flip or a grab trick. Now, I've gotten used to flip tricks, and in some places, if you're, you know, doing a grab trick and trying to do a butt slap, sometimes you'll talk to a pedestrian, so I just sort of got used to the flip trick. So you're rolling off and doing a flip trick. As soon as the animation starts, you're going to want to mash the ollie button. Now, if you did it right, you should hear your skater ollieing multiple times. Now, if you're getting 2 to 3 butt slaps, you're bang on, you're doing well for yourself. If you're getting more, then my hat's off to you. I can't even do that shit, so respect. Hold your hands out, okay. Anyways, you can use this, you know, like I said, off kickers, ledges, you know, any sort of surface that you can roll off of. You can even use it in combination with airing out, you know, essentially just spining out of a half pipe, or a pool, or a quarter pipe, and then your skater just kind of goes straight up because you're doing a spine transfer, but it's not really a spine transfer because there's not a ramp on the other side. So that makes you air out, and you can do that in combination with a butt slap, and that takes you pretty high as well, and it's actually very useful in certain areas as well. So that's essentially how you do a butt slap. It's used in many of the upcoming levels, so it's definitely handy to learn. And hopefully this helped. Now back to the tutorial. Now with the butt slap route, you're going to want to pull out a few flip, grab, or manual tricks and some special moves out of your repertoire. Default tail block slide is down right grind, and kickflip underflip is left right flip. I incorporate both into my combo just so I have enough points when I make it to the next goal. Also, make sure to spin your moves for extra points because every point matters. Time to impress Joey by spining into trash. I doubt it matters, but I try and line myself up with certain lines on the ramp for more successful quick spines, where you simply spine without airing. Spine again with a kickflip, then do tricks in place. After that, move over to Sean. No tricks here really, just do what the man says. Upon completion of this goal, you come to the end of Chapter 2, in which your destination is the drug dealer's house. Now, while this goal initially intends that you don't have a board, you can actually walk a little distance, hop in the car, retry the goal, and get your board back. Then, just take a straight line along the rails to the drug dealer's house to get your board back. This route actually saves a couple seconds, and it's a little less risky with the double jump, so it's more recommended. Chapter 3. Probably the most bullshit chapter in all of New Jersey because of certain difficult tricks and skips, so please don't get discouraged if you don't get everything down, because I don't even have everything down. Eric concocts the idea of building a skate ramp out of scrap metal to jump the treacherous bridge. To get these pieces you need to parkour across rooftops. The first method is to grind the rail and do a few tricks in between to boost your special meter for more speed. Turn right and make your way onto the porch you used in Chapter 1, and then either do the grab/jump trick from earlier or butt slap up to the second building. Run across the rooftops and boneless when you get to the raised part of the roof and drop down into the dip for the third item. Jump across to the last item and line yourself up with this weird disjointed piece of roof. Butt slap off this and pray that you get the 2 to 3 necessary butt slaps you need to make it to the final roof. You'll be able to hear the sound of your character alling more and more with the more butt slaps you get. It all depends on how fast and effective you are at spamming the jump button. Even if you miss the butt slap, you can still make your way to the porch of that house, jump straight up, grab the ledge and pull yourself up quickly. Another method is to skate all the way to the half-pipe section from Chapter 2, jump on the roof that Sean made you air up to, curve and get all the other pieces and then make your way to the porch so you're able to grab the roof. After this, you sketch the Street Warrior's car and use the speed from the car to air over the bridge. Although there is a much longer scenic route that takes you around the block, there is once again a faster route. You can release right at the end of the second rail and make a sharp turn. Grind into a couple shuffles, which basically means just move from each side of the rail quickly, grind the second rail, jump off, and butt slap over the bridge in a fluid motion. Aiming for the right side of the bridge also makes this trick easier to accomplish. If you don't get it at first, don't fret. It took me a while too. 2 to 3 butt slaps once again is what you're going to be aiming for. After hopping the bridge, boneless your way over to Security Stew. Jump on and grind the circle, but don't hold down the jump button because it is possible that you can perform another dialogue box skip if you time your jump button tap in sync with the last gap you get from grinding the circle all the way around for the third time. If done properly, and it's literally frame perfect, you can skip the death scene of Security Stew and save yourself some heartbreak. Rest in peace. After that, jump off, turn around, grind the rail, jump off and boneless to the Spoiled Brat. Start off with a nollie pressure, boneless or no comply. Do 5 flat ground tricks and either a flip or grab trick to conclude your combo. Then you have to chase down the drug dealers on foot. Grind the rails to keep a constant momentum and then take a shortcut through the park. But be careful, getting too far behind will cause failure of the goal. If fast enough, you can cut off the car and sketch it, which leads to another trick called Eric Skip. If you can time a button mash in a frame perfect manner, just as soon as the Street Warriors intervene and their dialogue box pops up, your skater plops down, the goal completes, and you can skip right to Manhattan. Although presently there is no real explanation for why this is possible or how to make this trick more consistent, I try to begin mashing right before the last cloud of gas coming out of the pipe on the right. Eric Skip is a very effective time saver, allowing you to shave off 20 to 30 seconds if done right. If you fail, there is no punishment. You just have to chase around the car using the Street Warriors mobile. Now while on foot there is a risk of getting too far behind, the car throws in the option of you going too fast. If you cut off the drug dealers to the point where you pull ahead and they're out of frame, they essentially give up unless you sharply brake and wait for them. This is why, although cutting through the pool can be risky, if done right it could potentially save more time. And that about does it for New Jersey. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Stay tuned for Manhattan.